What has happened since February the 1st, 2020? In order to ensure that the important political and economic ties between the EU and the United Kingdom did not break off with the UK's exit from one day to the next, an exit agreement was negotiated before the United Kingdom left the EU. This agreement has been in force since February the 1st, 2020, the day on which the UK left the EU. It provides for a transition phase until December 31st in 2020, in which EU law continues to apply to the United Kingdom, and the United Kingdom remains part of the EU internal market and the EU customs union. During this transition phase, the EU and the UK are negotiating their future partnership. The political declaration on future relations agreed between the two sides accompanies the withdrawal agreement and sets the framework for these negotiations. The political declaration essentially provides for an economic partnership and a security partnership. In line with the political declaration, the 27 member states of the European Union agreed on February 25, 2020 on the negotiating mandate for the European Commission, which is leading the negotiations on the future EU-UK relationship on behalf of the member states. In mid-March, EU Chief Negotiator Michel Barnier submitted a comprehensive draft text for the future partnership on this basis. How do the negotiations continue? Under difficult conditions during the corona crisis, the EU and the UK have been negotiating regularly since March. The EU bases its negotiations on the jointly agreed political declaration. However, substantial differences have not yet been resolved. At the high-level conference on June 15, 2020, the President of the European Council, the European Commission and the European Parliament agreed with the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson to step up negotiations. The remaining months of the transition phase are to be used intensively. 2 formal negotiation rounds will take place until the end of August. In addition, the negotiators of the EU and the UK, Michel Barnier and David Frost, exchanged weekly in small groups. The intensified negotiation mode is intended to create the best possible condition in order to be able to successfully conclude the negotiations within the specified tight time frame. What will happen on January 1st, 2021? The transition phase specified in the withdrawal agreement ends on December 31st, 2020. An extension of this transition phase is no longer possible. This would have required a joint decision by July 1st, 2020. The United Kingdom has missed this deadline. As of January 1st, 2021, the United Kingdom will no longer be part of the internal market and the customs union. Even if an agreement is reached on the future relationship by the end of the year, the relationship between the EU and the UK will change fundamentally and differ significantly from British membership in the internal market. This applies, for example, to the customs formalities then required. The states, companies and citizens in Germany and throughout the EU must prepare for the consequences of the end of the transition phase, regardless of whether or not an agreement on the future relationship can be concluded by them. The EU continues to seek a close partnership with the UK. We are convinced that a successful agreement based on the political declaration is possible. That's what a statement from the German Foreign Ministry says. However, it is important that we prepare for all possible scenarios for the outcome of the negotiations. This also includes preparations in the event of a disagreement. What role does the withdrawal agreement play? First of all, with Brexit for citizens and businesses on February 1st, 2020, thanks to the withdrawal agreement, nothing fundamentally changed. EU freedom of movement, that means the right to live, work, study or be socially protected in the EU and the UK, will continue to apply in full during the transition phase. However, the UK has no longer had a say in the EU institutions since it left the EU. British citizens are therefore also excluded from participating in European citizens' initiatives and no longer have an active and passive right to vote in local and European elections. They will play a role, by the way, in the local elections in my hometown and my home state of Münster in North Rhine-Westphalia, where there will be local elections on September 13th this year. I'm standing in these elections but UK citizens won't be able to vote for me on that day. All other EU citizens in my hometown can do that. The rights of EU citizens living in the UK and the rights of British people living in the EU are fully protected for life. They can continue to live, work, study and enjoy social security in the UK or EU. However, it's necessary to register for this. A corresponding bill is currently in the legislative process and will enter into force in good time before the end of the transition period. Further information can be found on the website of the Federal Ministry of the Interior for Construction and Home in Germany. The opportunities available to citizens and businesses who want to move, work or study again after the end of the transition phase largely depend on the result of the ongoing negotiations on future relations between the EU and the UK. The integrity of the EU internal market is preserved with a special regulation on Northern Ireland enshrined in the withdrawal agreement. At the same time, it is ensured that there will be no controls at the border between Ireland and Northern Ireland and that the Good Friday Agreement will be fully respected. The regulation provides that Northern Ireland remains part of the UK customs territory, but all relevant EU internal market rules apply in Northern Ireland and the EU Customs Code is applied. The necessary controls and customs surveys take place at the entry points of the Irish island in Northern Ireland. In addition, the withdrawal agreement regulates the UK's financial obligations towards the EU. The withdrawal agreement also provides for the joint committee and specialized committees in which the EU and the UK regularly exchange information on the implementation of the withdrawal agreement and, where necessary, by mutual agreement such as interpretation. It is now important that the withdrawal agreement and its protocols are fully implemented. For us in Germany, this is also an important basis of trust for the negotiations. But where can one find more information? The European Commission answers the following questions on its website. What is the common provisions of the withdrawal agreement? What has been agreed regarding civil rights? Then there's separation provisions. What has been agreed? What has been agreed in relation to the settlement of the withdrawal agreement? What financial regulations have been agreed? And of course the protocol to Ireland and Northern Ireland. In addition, the European Commission publishes so-called readiness notices, which help public administration, businesses and citizens prepare for inevitable changes that will occur regardless of the outcome of the negotiations after the end of the transition period. And if you now want to know more about European politics from a German point of view, YouTube put another of my videos right here in the end screen for you, right next to your chance to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I'll see you in my next video. Click and enjoy. Viel Spaß!